What is going on, guys? It is the Game One here, and today I'm going to bring you a guide on Dark Souls 3 of how I beat the Soul of Cinder fight. Soul of Cinder was generally hard when I first started, mainly because just his fighting style. I really didn't like how he could change from his like huge dagger to like a spear that had unlimited range, and then he had the freaking staff, which didn't help at all on our part. So I decided to come out with a guide once I figured out how to beat him, and I ended up deciding that it is best to use the profane greatsword, mainly because I love the great swords. They're really good. You want to wear armor, so wear armor, but don't wear real heavy armor. Just don't be fat rolling. That's it. I mean, you could have really whatever you want. Just don't be fat rolling. I was using the Estus ring, the ring that obscures your rolling and makes you do more damage. I was using the dexterity ring because I didn't level up dexterity enough to actually use this thing without the ring. And pretty much like this whole fight, he's super aggressive, shit like that. That sword, okay. I had a really This was a really hard fight for timing. It's not like all the other boss fights where you could easily time stuff. Sometimes he would swing really fast. Other times he'd go to swing, slow down. You would roll, and then he'd swing and hit you, and it just sucked because nothing ever went your way in this game ever. The boss fights, they okay. All boss fights in Dark Souls are hard until you understand how to beat them. And the best way I thought of, as I said earlier, is aggressive first half, passive second half. So right now I'm playing super aggressive and I'm taking all this damage and I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can to him like this. That's like 1400 damage. That's why I picked the Profane Greatsword, because it just does a shit ton of damage. And who does not like doing shit tons of damage to bosses? It's great. This the Lance. I really struggled against that Lance spear thing because it's just it had so much range and it was just so hard to avoid sometimes. And right there I messed up. Like I said, he looked like he was gonna swing, and then he stopped. So I had to roll again. And sometimes you get lucky like that, and you can actually get away. Once you get his health bar down the first time, back up, he's gonna do like this explosion thing. And how you beat him the second time? This is all you do. This lunge, roll towards him, hit. Yeah, as soon when you roll, you have to use the attack button, and then he does like a little poke, and he pokes him, and it does like 360 damage, which is fine. And that attack that he did right there, is a that is the most bullcrap attack I've ever experienced in any game ever. It does so much damage, and it leaves you paranoid as to if you're missing a little bit of health. I gotta heal, I gotta heal, I gotta heal, because you're so paranoid that if you get hit, then you die. Like right now, this amount of health, if he'd do that attack, I'd be dead. It does too much damage to survive. And I'm really cheap with the embers. I don't ever use embers, humanities. I never use them in Souls games because I prefer to solo things. But see, it moves just it's just so mean. It's just such a vigorous move. Like this whole fight, he's just a savage the entire time. But you don't really have to worry about lightning bolts because that's easy. You just roll a few times and you're out of all that. I mean, it looks like a lot, but it's really not. Really, the key is to not get overwhelmed. And I say stay calm, do stuff like that. Just don't get overwhelmed. And all right, I'm a hypocrite when I say that, because I'm saying don't panic, don't get excited, don't do all that. But really, as you see his health bar get low like that, when you see that, what happened was it got low, and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna get this heavy attack in, which I shouldn't have done because that happened. I should have just rolled away, kept playing it passive, and just attacked whenever he lunged. You just gotta keep your distance. He'll throw spears, he'll attack, he'll get close. Just wait for that lunge. That's all you gotta do. He'll do it in a minute. That lunge right there, you roll in, attack, roll away. That's it. That's pretty much this entire fight. Roll in, attack, roll away. You can always avoid that overhead swing if you roll right. And though sometimes you just can't avoid them, like you really can't. Overall, I kept a good amount of Estus, and I would suggest getting at least +9 Estus and using the Estus ring, because Estus ring helped out a lot. And right there, I tried to roll, but I sort of crapped out and got hit. Again, lightning spear, easy to avoid, just roll to the side. This one he's going to throw in the air. If he takes a little bit longer, he's throwing in the air. So they're really easy to recognize once you fought them a little bit, and I'm pretty sure by now you have if you're looking up a guide to beat them. Really great sword. That's my one and only thing that I have to say. If you ever want to beat Dark Souls, you go with the great sword because it's just a damage weapon. I mean, even in Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1, I picked great swords because they just leveled everything. Just leveled that boss. Passive. Second half. That's all it takes. Just be passive and wait for the lunge. You can use any weapon. Just with the great sword, it's faster. But I'll see y'all later, and I really hope this video helped y'all out.